Good morning and welcome to Tetrakey TV. My name is Mark Hopkins and this is number 161 Performance Acceleration Conversations that Rob and I are doing for you in 2017. I hope you had a good, productive weekend, got what you wanted to do, be it rest or work, and you are ready for another week of excitement. So on Friday, I talked to you about not making excuses for your passions. And today I wanted to talk to you about what do your excuses say about you? And it's something that's find very interesting in terms of talking to clients. I keep a log of some of the excuses that certain clients are saying, and I look for patterns in those excuses, and I look for patterns in terms of how it plays out in their personal life, but also more importantly in their business. Because if they're making excuses to me and they are relying on me to work with them to help them improve their business, then what excuses are they making to their colleagues in their business and those who have a direct influence on their life? Because I think our excuses say a lot about who we are, say a lot about our past, and more importantly, say a lot about our fears. And if we don't understand those three things, then we are really going to struggle to move forward, because they are always going to be the handbrakes. And excuses are our defense mechanism. They're the way of justifying to ourselves. 9 times out of 10, they're not justifying to anybody else, but they're justifying to ourselves why we can't do something, or why we didn't do something, or why something failed. They're all answers to why questions from your perspective. That's what excuses are. They're all answer to why questions from your perspective. And they say a lot about you as an individual. There are those of us who are scared of starting something because we say, and the excuse we make is no one's going to buy it, or we're never going to make a success out of it. So that is a deep-seated issue around failure, not being good enough, and also how do you define success? And we all make excuses for not getting out of bed earlier to go to the gym, or leaving the washing in the sink overnight and I'll do it in the morning because I'm too tired to do it now. There are always reasons why we don't do something. But I'd like you to start really taking note and being cognizant of the excuses you're making today and this week. Write down or reflect on those excuses and look for patterns in those excuses. Are they aligned to a lack of clarity around your priorities? Therefore, you're making excuses on lots of things because you don't actually know where you want to focus on. Are you just in a negative frame of mind? And why are you in a negative frame of mind? And how do you change that frame of mind? Are they because you're scared of something? You're scared of commitment, you're scared of failure. What fear is underlying the excuses that we're making? And really keep a quite close track of these excuses, and try and jog them down. Send me, if you want to, you can send me an email with those excuses, and I can respond with some thoughts and feelings. So if you do want to share that with me, then you can send it to mark@tetrakey.com, and I'll have a look at them and I'll respond to you in terms of what those excuses. I'll give you some probing questions to go away and think about. Obviously, I'm not going to give you any answers. I'm going to give you questions that might help you get more clarity around what those excuses are driving you towards. But there's always an excuse. We have an excuse of sleep. I need 8 hours sleep, therefore I haven't got time to do everything else. Well, okay, you might need 8 hours sleep. That's fine. I need 8. I'm not great with lack of sleep, and I know that. It just means I've got to be a lot more productive when I'm awake. It means I've got to cut out all my procrastination because I'm not making an excuse of not having enough time. I'm choosing to have 8 hours sleep because that's what my body needs. Especially I can cope for a short period of time with a lack of sleep, but after a while it does catch up with me. So I'm not making an excuse for that. I'm just ensuring that I am as productive as possible when I'm awake. So I'd like you to think about that and maybe ask friends and family about what kind of excuses they hear from you on a regular basis and write them down. I think it's probably some of the most profound pieces of reflection you can do when you look at your excuses and you look about what your excuses are telling you. And you can start getting some support around challenging and changing those excuses. So when people are around you and you're using an excuse that you know is related to, let's say, fear, then you can actually ask people to be supportive around not letting you away with that excuse, not allowing you to make that excuse. And over time, you'll be so used to not being, to have people challenging you on your excuses, you'll actually stop making those excuses in the first place. So spend this week thinking about what do the excuses say about you. Let me know, drop me an email if you want at mark@tetrakey.com, and let's stay in touch. And I hope you have a very productive week. Okay, bye-bye.